this is our loot from the garden today, some blueberries and black raspberries. So I didn't have any frozen bananas. I'd used them up. Well, I think I really had one that was like overripe that I put in the freezer. But what I do is when the bananas gets too ripe, I put them in the fridge or in the freezer. So this I had in the fridge with towels over it. And see, when you open it up, see, it's perfectly fine. It just doesn't look that great on the outside. Now, you preferably, if you're going to put them in the fridge, as soon as they are ripe but not overripe, you stick them in the fridge, you put a towel over them, and in your like vegetable bin, and they'll keep it. It extends their life. So I'm going to make a dessert from this banana from the fridge and our berries. Okay, I just want to, before I go further with my dessert, I made myself aware of this by just plain looking at labels. Kefir, Dr. Oz would always say, you know, about kefir. So I started getting it because it's got the probiotics and blah, blah, blah. The only problem is I don't know where you're going to find the regular kefir that is not the low-fat kefir. See, in the food industry, they love to take out the fat because that way it leaves you with less nutrition. It doesn't satiate you as much as the fat in there. It is a contributing factor, I believe, to obesity by not having the proper amount of fat in the diet. So everything, skim this, skim that, skim the other. Well, we don't go that route. We eat real butter, and what I want to cover is, I looked on the label on these two. Now, I'm not buying the low fat anymore, if I can help it. I'm going to look for the normal milk in it that has the regular fat in it, regular whole milk in the kefir. If they don't have it, I'm not buying it anymore. It's just plain and simple, unless it's by accident. What they do is they take the fat out, which has the natural vitamin A. And then guess what they put in? They put in the synthetic vitamin A. The synthetic is vitamin A palmitate. And you can look it up. It's P-A-L-M-I-T-A-T-E. Well, it's man-made. Isn't that cute? So it's just the same principle with the enriched bread. They take it, everything out, and then they stick in synthetic man-made garbage that's not fit to eat. So with this, it's 110 calories. With this name brand, it's 160 calories. Well, this one here has 12 grams of sugar. That is by way of, who knows? I don't know what they're using for the sugar in there. But this one over here has 25 grams of sugar. Well, I don't know really what percentage of grams of sugar, but from what I understand, you shouldn't have more than 1 teaspoon of regular sugar a day. Well, I would say 25 grams of sugar has got a little bit of sugar, extra sugar in there that a person doesn't need. So, I am going to look for the lowest sugars in it, number one, and I'm going to look for regular milk, not this low-fat milk, non-fat milk, and which means the nutritional value, the vitamin A, is taken out. Okay, so I'm going, what I did was a half a banana in each one. I'm sorry, guys. Half of a banana in each one. And I filled up about halfway with the berries and added some berries on top. So now I'm just going to I'm going to shake up the kefir, and then I'm going to pour this in here. Now, had the bananas been frozen, then it would be cold enough that you wouldn't have to put in the freezer. But since I didn't have the frozen bananas, what I'm going to do is put in the freezer for about a half an hour. I used wax paper and a rubber band, so I got it ready for the freezer. It's just, I try not to use any more plastic than possible. You don't want to use plastic wrap in the microwave ever. I use wax paper or paper towels. So this wax paper is just fine. I'm just going to have it in there for half an hour.